Christian, have you ever cut drywall? Is that ever something that you've ever dealt with?
At least once, yeah.
You don't know how important it is to have a good square. Okay, you see? If you've cut drywall, you would know.
True story. Brendan and I became friends over drywall.
This is true. This did happen.
Whoa. Who are you?
What do you mean, who is that? That's Devin. What are you talking about?
Ty Guest, how are you doing?
What are you talking about, guest? That's Devin.
Oh, right. I guess that is Devin. Devin, how are you doing?
I've been through a lot of changes lately, but I think I'm better now. I think it's all for the better. So, new me.
Nice.
You know, Devin, it's been a while since we talked to you, but I heard you were like moving house or something. So, you know, how's the move going?
Well, I'm moving out of one house, but there's no new house in sight.
Oh.
So it's just more of a one-sided move. I'm just moving out of my current home.
Do you need help?
Are you okay?
You know, people talk about Unga Bunga, but people don't live Unga Bunga. So I wanted to finally kind of live by my values.
I agree with that. You know, as Devin's advocate, if he were ever in actually real danger or like distress or anything mildly related to that, I would know. And then, you know, I would spring into action. And, you know, he's fine. Clearly.
Yeah, that one time when you saved me from that burning building, that was incredible. Thank you for that.
That was also by accident, but you're welcome.
Do you remember how you pulled up in a Ferrari too to get me? That was like cherry on top when you rescued me.
Yeah, I was in the middle of a getaway from the police, but, you know, I saw a burning building. I was like, wonder what's left in there.
You gotta stop for the burning building.
I'm developing so many more questions. Wait a minute. Justin, where the hell did you get a Ferrari?
Justin, step into my office. Come over here really quickly.
What's up?
Wait, I thought you were homeless. Why do you have an office now?
You know what? You're not in this, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
I've come into some information that Alicia Cara listens to this podcast.
Hell yeah.
Keep it down.
Respectfully, I'm the reason, because I plugged our podcast
Keep it down.
to her in a meet and greet that one time.
Dude, I'm trying to talk you up. I'm trying to make you sound good. I need you to double down. You double down at every moment.
I'm tripling down right now.
What do you think they're talking about in there?
I mean, they're probably talking about how good I am, though.
They've been in there for 15 minutes now.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to me.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back out there.
Mhm.
Okay. So anyway, and then do you remember when New York City needed you? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. They're a very needy city.
Batman?
Yeah. Like, do you remember that, Christian, when Justin saved New York City?
The last time I remember him being in New York City, he got very hungry and consumed an entire food cart's worth of pretzels, which I thought was just like the most impressive part of that. So if something happened
The
afterward.
poison pretzels they were going to give those kids. Yes, I remember that.
Oh, that's right.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Is this real? Did this actually happen? Did my dude actually eat an entire cart's worth of pretzels? That's incredible. Why did I never hear this story?
You haven't?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't, but I want to know more.
Justin, the Canadian ambassador is on the line. He's asking for if you still have the funds for the orphans.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Oh, I have all the funds the orphans need.
He just lent me $1 million too. So this guy, just an endless well of money.
Damn!
I know.
Dude, why you ain't ever give me any of that fucking charity? What the hell?
Well, you know, you and your lifestyle are looking pretty good over there. You know, they're just people I thought were less fortunate than you, and I thought you were secure.
Brother, do you need me to be miserable? I can become miserable. Like, that's not a problem.
I can become miserable.
Like, give me like 5 minutes an afternoon of your time, and I can show you just how desperate I am.
I'm not sure how to take that sentence, actually. There's a lot of ways one can interpret that sentence, and I'm not sure which way you want us to.
We're going to have to circle back to Justin's infinite wealth at a later date. We've got more pressing matters to attend to, like our return to Wano.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're doing that now. Yeah, I forgot about that.
The return to Wano that, I've just learned, won't be a return for the audience because they'll have listened to at least one other Wano episode before this. But for us, We're coming back to you live after watching the One Piece live action for 8 weeks straight.
You know, it's kind of funny because I think the episode that they're going to get before this one is the episode that we got when Kanjuro revealed himself as the true villain of the arc.
Yes.
Correct.
So I honestly think it played even better than we could have ever dreamed. We managed to get to the basic end of the flashback, bar 1 to 2 small episodes, whatever. And then Kanjuro was the villain. So then they're going to come back. Kanjuro's the villain. Oh, shocking. And then they're going to listen to this episode. It'll be great.
And then they're going to listen to this where we're super energized to finally get back to Wano, and all of the shit that happened in this set
It was a lot.
is jam-packed.
Does someone want to do the summary before we get in too deep?
Sounds like you just volunteered, buddy.
Which one of you two has the best reading voice?
I still say it's Jordy, but that's
Hold on, what?
I heard Alicia Cara is really into narration, Justin.
Oh, don't I know it?
It sounds like it's a you guy.
Oh, me? That's me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, me? Okay.
Who, me?
Don't I know it? Proceeds to not read.
Yeah.
Listen, I knew one thing. I just didn't know the other thing. Anyway. We kick off right where we left them, chomping up at the bit to kick some Animal Kingdom pirate ass. First, however, we have to understand a bit of how we got here. We are reminded that the Thousand Sunny is an indestructible force in nature, except her sails, and the good guys are made aware that Kaido and Big Mom have joined hands in an alliance. This doesn't matter to the worst generation, though, as they then proceed to triple team a massive boat full of Kaido's people in the absolutely most gorgeous way possible, and then bicker about who got the kill. Favorite episode, by the way.
Brag about it.
Denjiro shows up and reveals himself to be the Akazaya 9. I'm sorry, I'm having a stroke. Who let me read?
You got this.
You can do it, buddy.
Here we go.
Come on.
It's all right. Back to the top of the sentence. You can do it. You can do it.
Bro, you just crushed my confidence. It's been a long day, man.
It's humble that when you pretend to mess up, you make us feel human. So, all right, King.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring us back.
Who wrote this, by the way? Denjiro shows up and reveals himself to be the Akazaya 9's final member and provides as much needed morale boost at the cost of Kinemon's pride. Just as it looks like things are going well, ships start blowing up left and right as the remaining Kaido pirates flee and return fire at the same time. It seems as though they were going to escape when a very familiar, very not dead face returns to us. Jinbe, first son of the sea, makes a grand entrance by blowing a hole clean through the fleeing ships with a grin on his face, never happier to be back in the company of his new captain and crewmates. Meanwhile, in Onigashima's proper, Queen is hosting the greatest rager of the year, and secret meetings are happening with the tippy-top brass of Kaido's crew. What will become the life of the party? And what's all this about family drama exactly? Bro, don't ever let me read again. It's been so long. I'm so tired. My brain is so deep fried.
Excellent.
I'm so proud of you. Justin, you did great.
You're doing great, buddy.
You should feel satisfied. You should feel proud.
Justin, I'm not going to lie to you. That was garbage.
Oh, well.
I'm a real friend, right? I'll keep it real.
You don't need to lie to me. Please never lie to me. Jordy, one of the things I value most about you is that you tell me the truth at all times, usually in the harshest way possible, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be messed up if he was lying and just being harsh for fun?
I think it would make me a better person in the long run. I have no qualms.
Would it make you a better person?
It would toughen me up.
Just go dig some holes or whatever. That's what that movie's about, right?
Is your goal in life? Hold on, I need to hold for a second.
Hold on, Christian. Wait. Before you continue, Brendan, I have to tell you something to Christian. Christian, haven't I been digging myself a hole for years and years?
Yeah, you've been digging a lot of metaphorical holes. That's true.
Anyway, back to Brendan. You were saying?
I'm just saying, I feel like what you're asking for is to be a punching bag. And honestly, I think you deserve more than that. You deserve to aim for better, Justin.
Yeah, it's like when a caterpillar enters its cocoon and eventually exits out as a butterfly or a moth or whatever, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the punching bag now, but once I get the right amount of punches, the right amount of combinations, I'm gonna bust out the sandbag as Sandman.
Right now you're in like caterpillar slurry mode where it's just completely liquid inside there.
I think I'm still trying to piece apart what he said earlier. It was like listening to slam poetry. Butterfly in a cocoon, caterpillar, me, see you soon, big moves, transitional. That was Justin.
I think maybe you've added a few verses here, but
Yeah, of course,
I think you've made it more profound than the original word vomit, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Devin's my editor, so he's always cleaning up stuff for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring us back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
So we watched 5 episodes this week.
We did.
And I'm just gonna say this for the listeners. Historically, when we watch more than 3 episodes, it's because in advance we fear that there might just not be enough content to discuss. Well, I don't think that was the reason why today's was 5 episodes at all. This was actually pretty jam-packed. And I'm glad we watched 5 episodes of One Piece because I didn't want to stop watching. starting with 978, which is a fantastic episode, beautiful animation. I think it's one of Justin's favorites. Justin, do you have any thoughts on that? It is.
Correct. You know, I was rewatching again today, and I think, funnily enough, this is a pretty good, like, soft recap episode for us as hosts here to return with.
I would agree.
Sure.
Because there is, like, mild, you know, flashing back to, like, the events that are leading us both to where we are in the episode timeline-wise, but also just kind of refreshing our own memories, or at least for me. Also, I think what I appreciate the most and why 978 is one of my favorite episodes ever is something, one, the animation really popped off during the fight scene, but also that fight scene is one of the coolest things I've seen in One Piece. I don't know what it is, something about everyone fighting, but particularly Law. I really like the way Law's combat plays out in these episodes.
You mean the 5 seconds that he spends doing that shock move on the butterfly girl?
Listen, that shock move, that was sick. All right, I was fangirling, I was jumping up and down.
All of 5 frames. That was your favorite part?
Bro, I don't know what it was. There was just something really sick about running up on somebody, pointing your thumbs at their jugular and going, psst,
I get it.
And then you just go blow up a ship.
That's fair. I get it. I understand.
I mean, I disagree with him, but I'm not gonna shame him for it.
I know this is a boring hypothesis, but I think it's because they do a good job at making it feel immersive because the rain background sound is going the whole time.
Yes.
So there's something about that little detail that makes it so that they're having a fight in the rain and you're hearing everything go crazy. It feels like watching a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I don't know, because of it feels very immersive.
Yeah.
And then the animation's very good, and there's like a lot of panning shots that are pretty cool.
Yeah, the one take nature of it is really what does it for me, where it's just you just follow all of them, you know, as you go between the combatants, and it really just never cuts until we get to a point where we're like basically it's been concluded and they're getting ready to like do all their super moves, but following Luffy through the whole thing as he's swinging and punching, it's so clean and all the colors are so bright and everything just melds so well together.
I don't want to get people's hopes up, but I will say when people describe like the time in One Piece where the animation sort of transitions from being this like really plain and sort of week to week format to actually trying, I'm not going to say we're there in full, but we're definitely really, really close. And in all 5 of these episodes, what I really like about what the animators are doing lately is like playing with camera orientation.
Mm-hmm.
In 978, with like the one-shot effect is like a super standout.
You can really start to feel that they're experimenting more, and a lot of it goes really well on these episodes, and it's really cool to watch and makes me even more hopeful about what the next couple hundred episodes are going to end up having in store with all of the other stuff that goes on.
Oh, buddy, let me tell you, without getting too excited. Hey, we finally, Devin, I'm sorry to say, Jinbe didn't die. He's alive. He's alive and well. How do you feel about that?
Well, one, don't lose hope. There's always a chance for some kind of unfortunate sharp object to, come through.
True.
Yeah, I think a fish fillet is on the table, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed.
That's crazy.
For the folks keeping track at home, you are rooting for Jinbe's death. You are not you've already lost the bet. Like you don't need to be this person, but you are choosing to root for Jinbe's death.
At this point, it seems like an ego thing.
It's just kind of my professional identity now. I didn't get into it earlier, but as I've transitioned out of my home, I've decided to move under a bridge and become a troll. And so it's just kind of, it's part of who you can check my LinkedIn profile for more information about it. But I think that one of the things I try to do is root against people that the audience would generally want. That's how the world stays in check.
This doesn't feel like a transition. This just feels like embracing your character.
I'm pretty sure, Devin, I didn't know you had a soapbox at the ready at all times. And now that you have given us that position, fuck you. You suck. You're an asshole. You're an animal. Get him out of here.
I love the hate. Bring it.
Imagine hating Jinbe.
I'm going to say this too. Jinbe being now, we can finally talk about the fact that Jinbe is obviously on the crew. I have to know, Christian, at any point in time, did you actually not already know this? Because I have to believe that you did know this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been plenty of promotional imagery that I've seen over time that included Jinbe. So there was really like the bet was a bet, and I would be hard pressed to believe that Devin didn't also believe the same thing despite what he's saying right now. So I get to see Devin in a cheerleading outfit now, which is great.
Very true.
I cannot wait for that.
Very fair. Let me ask one more question then. Was at least the timing a bit of like a oh shit, hey, it's my boy kind of moment.
This is fun, at least. Like getting the constant like Jinbe basically like will he won't he sort of thing, but like I know he will, but it's eventually he'll get there. So to get it actually happen in this set was maybe a better payoff than if he had just joined back in Whole Cake and like had been consistently part of the crew at that point.
For sure.
Do you think that the moment when Sanji gets jealous of Jinbe having a completely normal hug with Nami is when he steps into being part of the big three? That's when like Sanji officially falls off?
Oh, I hadn't thought of it, but if I'm thinking about it right now, I would say probably absolutely yes. Like get him out of there and put Jinbe where he rightfully belongs.
Oh, jeez.
Has Sanji been a warlord before? I don't think so.
No, but like, why are we power scaling Jinbe and Sanji? Leave the man alone.
I just want to say, what kind of warlord goes from being a warlord / captain of their own crew to being a subordinate? Who downgrades themselves like that?
Downgrades to a subordinate of the future king of the pirates? Like, what are we talking about here? Like that this is an upgrade.
Were we watching the same flashback? Did you see my man's journey going from being like, Ace, I don't know if like somebody gave you like the wrong idea or something, but I don't just like hang out or protect random motherfuckers. Like I don't do that. I ain't that guy.
First of all, maybe second of all, he had already moved into a subordinate position with Big Mom. So like,
true.
Now we're
You're
upgrading.
just further proving my point.
Justin, which crew was Jinbe originally on?
The Sun Pirates.
And what was their MO?
Fight the oppression of fishmen and mer people.
And you're calling that beta shit. That's what you're saying. You're like, that's some
no,
beta
not
stuff.
that mission base. But his like position.
Get him, Devin, get him.
Can we not objectively say that being a captain and then being a subordinate is objectively a demotion?
Right, in the most literal sense.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's where we argue with me.
Okay.
Being a tool or like a figurehead that demonstrated maintaining a relationship between his people and like the hierarchy, the bourgeoisie, if you will, that he didn't actually want. He just understood that somebody needed to fill that role. Now he gets to do something for himself, and you're still calling that a demotion.
But now he's moving up, right? Because he's back in the big three, and that's what matters.
He's not a big three. That was eventually going to be my big point. And then we all got sidetracked over what a demotion
is. Except he is. You're wrong.
He got big
Christian,
uncle energy.
I'm further ahead of you. I'm not caught up on the series, but I'm ahead of you. I think I know who the big three are.
Jordy, how are you doing back there?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Brendan?
You know, I'm living the dream, brother. Living somebody's dream.
This started because I was annoyed with Sanji getting jealous about Nami giving regular hugs.
Oh,
that was so irritating.
That did happen.
Yeah,
you were
that
annoyed?
happened. That's par for the course for Sanji, unfortunately.
I'll never not be annoyed. Even though I'd like to be in some zen state where I can let it go, I'm not going to let it fucking go.
I'm always annoyed whenever Sanji does this. I'm just not willing to bring it up on the podcast because that gets boring after the 800th time.
Yeah.
People know where I stand.
Under Robin. I know what happens in these episodes, and for some terrible moment when I saw, what's the lion guy's name?
Shishilion.
Shishilian. Although in this episode, or the set of episodes, he's full power Shishilian. He's not just Shishilian. He's full power.
Is it because it's nighttime?
Yes, that is in fact the case, actually.
I thought for some horrible moment also forgot his name. He was the creepy lion guy from Thriller Bark.
You thought that was Absalom, bro?
You called him Absalom?
Just for a second
That's
before
weird.
brain clicked on, I was like, jump scare.
You really are, Devin. Holy
God,
shit.
jump scare.
So Jinbe, that's where we left off.
That is where we left off. And you know what we're going to do? I'm actually going to move on from Jinbe because he creates too much division within this cast. I'm going to talk about Denjiro for a minute. I want to voice this for me, not really for you guys, but for me right now.
Do it, King.
I love this episode marks one of my favorite things that this franchise can do to me as a viewer and a watcher, where he can simultaneously make me so remorseful and feel so much like alleviation from the finality of Denjiro's character arc, finally like revealing to his former comrades that it's been him all along, that he's this like he's finally been the ace in the hole that we've all needed him to be, and we just didn't know it until he was finally ready to demonstrate himself. But then also give you the immediate 180 turn and do this bit with Kinemon, where Denjiro explains to the Akazaya 9 and the audience that, and yes, Keen, I know full well that your original master plan was that you knew there was a mole within the ranks and that you created this false narrative, this false plan to weed out the... And then it resolves to Kinemon being like, yes, I did do that.
If you go frame by frame, you can spot a mini buggy in the background.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's describing the Kinemon moment as basically what Buggy does 24/7, where
Fail
it just
upwards.
falls into, you just fail upwards
Totally.
24 fucking 7. Man, dude, I remember when this chapter came out and it just went to that fucking panel of Kinemon being like, so it meant Worf, not Tokage.
In his defense, he didn't go to school until he was like 45. So, you know.
And you know what else is like really fucking funny here? So Denjiro is very clearly a character that, you know, at this point, like he is a master fucking planner. Like he has been cultivating this grand scheme, this grand plan of being like this mole. He didn't want to like show himself to the rest of the allies until basically the last possible moment, just in case.
Even had the whole thing with Hiyori too, the backup plan that they had in place for years.
And yet he believes the smartest man in the room.
It's none other than Kinemon.
I was looking at before and afters of Denjiro, and I'm like, the unnecessary but necessary glow up. And because I was asking myself, did the pompadour do a lot? And I was like, it's not the pompadour, it's the looks maxing. Oh my God, this is a different man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of wish he'd put the pompadour back on.
Same. The pompadour is a look. I wish I had a pompadour.
I feel like the ponytail's not it.
The only reason the ponytail is not it is because it pulls his hairline back like 5 inches.
Yeah, his head is already super long, and the ponytail just makes it worse.
He's got some real egghead energy going on, like quite literally.
Jordy, my question for you. What here in this set of episodes was new to you? Because you're supposedly, by what you've described to me as a new watcher, which I don't actually inherently believe. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna let you have this.
I don't inherently believe it, but I've never seen a lot of this stuff.
Well, how are the episodes for you then?
I legitimately thought Pedro was back because they were like, first they brought Jinbe back, and then they brought a lion again. I was like, oh no,
I was right
being
all
bamboozled
along.
this whole time.
Hey, you're doing better than Devin, who thought it was absolute.
I really have to
I
double
did.
back because I'm like, somebody would have spoiled this for me by this point.
Somebody would have told me that Pedro came back. I would have
saying
known
it this
that he was
whole
here.
time.
And I'm still holding that hope.
I feel nervous to admit this because it sounds like it was really popular. I don't think I was as like moved by 978, just purely because the pacing was a little slow in 78 and 79. I did enjoy like the brother infighting with Luffy and Kid and Law. I was asking myself, what would they be in the brother order? And I'm like, I don't know. They're all the youngest and the middle child. Nobody here feels like the oldest child.
No.
But 979.
Although Law would claim he is, but he's not.
Law is 100%. No, I agree with
And, like,
you.
if I had to rank them, it would go Law, Kid, Luffy for sure.
No, this is a situation where there's triplets and Law's like older by maybe 50 seconds or something.
Oh, okay, that is it.
That's
That
a great
is it.
analogy.
That's what it is. And then if One Piece episodes were titled the way It's Always Sunny episodes were, I would call 979 the one where Denjiro serves face. Because it's just a million shots of Denjiro. Ooh. Really. So I did enjoy it, but they, compared to some of the other ones we have, these were a little slower. But also it's different when you watch it a second time, because since there's you know what the eye candy is about, then you're relying more on the content to be interesting, and it just moves a little slow.
I'll give my very narrow perspective because obviously I can't speak for the whole One Piece community at large. But I wouldn't say that your take at the moment is like necessarily like a hot or a cold one. When this episode released, I mean, I personally loved it, but I feel like from what I witnessed at that time, there wasn't much, if any, conversation about it in terms of like how people talk about episode 1000, episode 1000 this or 1000 that. You know what I mean? So I think like at least in my corner of the fandom / internet / whatever, it wasn't even rated, let alone to say it was over or underrated, you know? So you're probably not alone in your opinion.
It's suffering because of what you just said, where then it's got some that came after it that are kind of making my memory of watching it the first time a little blurry. I do remember though this feeling of like the scale getting really big again and that being exciting. Christian, could I ask you a question about 980?
Sure.
What are your general feelings about Momonosuke right now in terms of like what he's doing for the plot, how you enjoy or don't enjoy watching him, Luffy encouraging him? What did you think of that whole progression? Because he's so annoying. I can't stand it. I want out. There's when he goes off screen, I'm feel relief in my chest. God, just take the kid away.
That's the Devin I know.
I guess I'm at a point where I think that Momonosuke is kind of neutral to me. Like it is kind of nice to see him grow a little bit. It feels like the growth is maybe too slow because he keeps having these moments where he flashes back to the first time Luffy like punched him in the face and told him to be a man, basically. And this is like the third time in a row that he's had to muster up the courage and think back on that and then say something to the rest of his followers so that he looks like a leader, kind of.
Do you think that implies that more of his growth will be through getting punched in the face?
At this point, it seems like that's what needs to happen, I guess.
Or at least remembering getting punched in the face.
Yeah, but, well, he already does the remembering part. We need a fresh memory of being punched in the face, I guess, is what Devin's trying to say. Yeah. I did, it's funny you asked me this question too, because like while Momo in and of himself is like kind of neutral to me, I just don't care anymore right now. They did use like the really dramatic good music for that moment, and that pissed me off because I did not think he was deserving of that moment.
Oh no!
Him giving like a 30-second speech of like, I'm gonna be fine, guys. Just save Wano and be the heroes. I'll live somehow. First of all, no, you won't. You're not gonna. You're not going to escape somehow. Who are you? You don't even know how to control your fake devil fruit properly yet. Yet. Second of all, you don't deserve that music. It's too good for you.
That's crazy.
Lil bro, sit down.
Why? And this is a real question. Why do you think Luffy believes in him?
I think Luffy is kind of like Shirahoshi, just hates seeing people be pathetic. Because like Shirahoshi was doing the same thing where she was just like a scaredy cat. And he was like, you are in a position where you can potentially lead people. I think in that regard, to give a slightly more serious answer, he was also like this. He wasn't as like crybaby as like Shirahoshi or Momonosuke, but he was as inept of a leader when he was supposed to be in a leadership role at one point. So I think that in some ways he's kind of imparting the lessons that he's learned over time about leading people just in a Luffy way where he punches them in the face and say something because they're looking to you for guidance.
It kind of happens with BB too, right?
That Luffy gives
kind of the snap out of it speech.
Yeah, that's probably the first instance of it back in Alabasta. Like after Vivi imparts the first sorts of inklings of those lessons in him, he's then able to give it back to her pretty soon after. And then Luffy does this somewhat consistently as the series goes on with a couple of different characters now. It's
like what Talk no Jutsu should have been, which is the impetus to then do something besides talk, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Listen, it's super anime to do this thing with your character that's like, they're not living up to certain expectations, they're not meeting the moment, and then you do this like this rousing flashback that really kind of like snaps them into the gear. Like, listen, I love that. It's a formula that tickles the monkey brain in my cerebrum. However, with Momonosuke specifically, they've either done it too many times,
they have,
or they're just not they're not gravitating me to him well enough for me to really rally around his growth. So I'm just kind of indifferent. I think, unfortunately, we've juiced this lemon juiced this peach one too many times.
I agree with you.
See, Devin over here doesn't like Momo and maybe just certain types of kids because just whining and crying and just loud, irritating noises eventually just break you down and they get the better of you. I'm built different. I just don't like kids on principle, all right? Momo should just be getting punched in the face for being a snot-nosed little brat all the time. And that's what I'm thinking. Momo, we were mentioning how he doesn't have a mastery of his dough fruit. And I said, I believe, much like myself, Momo is in his slurry phase, all right? Was a caterpillar. He's currently in his cocoon.
He's a caterpillar still.
He's definitely a caterpillar
I think this moment begins his slurry phase.
No, we've had I would agree with you if we were back in Zoe or the first time that he talked to
Momo feels like someone put a regular worm in a cocoon and then you open the cocoon back up and you're like, still worm. I'm
gonna go left field here and maybe a Momo defender.
Oh boy, here we go. Go on.
I agree. The performance and also the execution of Momo's character has been absolutely trashed. And that is just 100% Oda. Oda wrote this character and extended their activity.
I actually agree with this
in
take.
the manga way too far. Because if you take into account the in-universe time, he has only been around for a month.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Like from Dressrosa to the current place in Wano has only been a month. And before that, he watched his entire village go to flames. So it hasn't even been like 2 months from the fact that he witnessed all that, and then he's here now.
It's true.
Expecting a kid
It's a good reminder
to be any sort of competent person in 2 months is kind of crazy. It's kind of wild.
This is so fair. No, you're right.
It's insane. Right. You guys are kicking a kid going, this
I'm not
guy
kicking
sucks.
a kid. I listen, I don't.
No, I'm kicking the kids. I don't like them.
I am not. Listen, do not put me on the same space as Justin over here.
It's annoying. It's annoying listening to Momo scream and cry for like 6 years.
Yes.
I feel seen. I feel heard. I agree with you. When you think about just what you said, the facts. This is an 8-year-old and it's been 2 months. Of course, we sound heartless. But does he know how annoying he is?
I bet he does.
What a question.
Yeah, I think he does.
What a fucking question. Do you think he knows that he bothers everybody when he cries?
Has he considered our feelings, though? Has he considered all the times that he smirks at Sanji when he hugs Nami really tightly? What about the conniving aspect of this small child?
Thank you for reminding me
Where's
of that
that
because
at?
the guilt that Jordy just instilled in me has been released. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, where's the sympathy now?
I want to say back when I was first watching these episodes as they were releasing and I was a better person than I am today, I was also a Momo defender because people were just riding this kid nonstop. And I'm just here like, bro, he's 8 and I at the time had not even really fully processed in-universe time has been 2 months at most, right? My brain's just processing, he's an 8-year-old kid being thrusted into,
War.
Not just regality, but just being a leader in a war.
Yeah.
Sure, we all watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. We saw a bunch of 10 and 12-year-olds go to war and win, right? Fantasy world, by the way. Same thing here. This is just more rooted in the sense of
This is more rooted?
This is way more rooted. Listen, those 10-year-olds are taking over countries. Let's be real here.
That's what I'm saying. It's rooted.
I think if we are getting into an anime conversation about powerful children, it's just going to go downhill so fast. Okay.
My point being, I at the time did not understand why people did not understand that it would be insane for an 8-year-old child to be acclimated to Momo's current position in any way, shape, or form.
Jinbe sinking that ship was sick. I loved watching that.
My boy. So fucking good. You get that scene of him under there and it's just eyes and the mouth first and it's super dark and you're like, oh, it's him.
Have you ever heard the term dad strength? When dads are just strong? That's Jinbe for me.
Yeah, that's
just dad
Jinbe.
strong.
Back.
He's dad strong. You know what also fucking hits though with the Jinbe episode is that the anime actually doesn't spoil that Jinbe's gonna make an appearance. Like the title card is something like,
oh my god,
yes,
Momonosuke's like,
oh my god,
Momonosuke's solemn vow, he's a man now. And then like we're watching this shit play out, and then out of nowhere in like the last 5 minutes of the episode, fucking Jinbe shows up and sinks his ship and goes, "Well, you'll have to excuse me. I'm here to join the boat of the future king of the pirates."
He's like the total inverse of the deadbeat dad. Shows up out of nowhere.
He keeps showing up.
He only shows up.
He shows up when you need it.
So good. Oh, I love Jinbe.
Jinbe is incredible.
I'm ready to talk about what was my favorite part of the evening.
Hold on, wait. I do want to point out quickly with Jinbe showing up, and there's the scene of the Straw Hats all like jumping on him and giving him hugs and like missing him and whatever. Super adorable. Love it.
Yes.
What I thought
Agreed.
was actually maybe the most, like, it's a very small detail, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is really fun. They pan to Kid watching them, and Kid, for like the first time in all, these couple of episodes, has nothing like smartass or sarcastic to say. He just says nothing. In fact, he just looks at them, smirks, smiles, and then turns around, because he has had this exact same feeling with Killer in this arc. So like he sees them reuniting with a lost crewmate for all intents and purposes, and he's empathizing with them. He's connecting with the Straw Hats. Now, is this going to end up meaning anything for like their interactions in the future? Probably not too much, but the fact that they included it was really nice, and I did appreciate that, because otherwise Kid has no real presence for the rest of the couple of episodes, and so it was just nice. It was a really nice detail, and I liked it a lot.
Suffering from dry, tired, irritated eyes? Don't let dry eyes win. Use Sustain Pro. It hydrates, restores, and protects dry eyes for up to 12 hours. Sustain Pro. Triple action dry eye relief.
I do think at first he goes, what? He's joining them? I think that's the initial reaction.
Well, everybody does. Everyone goes like, whoa, Jinbe, this former warlord, is joining them. And then like when he hears the parts about how he had previously been with them, then he puts together the mental puzzle, and he's, he has that reaction then.
Wow, look at Christian being such an observant watcher. Wow, how nice. You're empathizing with this cartoon. How about that?
Yeah, imagine.
982?
Holy
shit, dude. 982.
Are we skipping 81?
All right. I mean, we pretty much talked about 981. 981 was...
81's pretty...
You guys, 982. Man, what is there to fucking say about this fucking episode?
Probably nothing.
Probably absolutely nothing. We can honestly just move on. So,
yeah.
It has the director of this episode is very well known. In fact, it's the same director of Fan Letter, which I think everyone on this cast has participated in, since Fan Letter thankfully does not have any spoilers for us. It is totally fair game, and I love it. I love it to death. It is on my list of Sad Boy Brennanauer's episodes for good times, not even for bad times, for good times.
There's a lot of different beats. Where do you want to start?
Just to add to that, this episode is very cinematic.
I would agree.
Fun little caveat here.
It really looks like a movie.
Ishitan Megumi, you know who her mentor was? My boy War Z director. Oh, wait, no. Film Z director.
Film Z director, not World War Z. Not World War Z.
Her mentor was Tatsuya Nagamine, the dude behind Film Z. And a fun little fact behind this, there's a lot of ladders here. A fun little fact behind Film Z, he had basically sharpened his abilities to make that movie. And then said, it's time to bring it all together. And we got Film Z, which is why it's the best one and the only good one.
He was part of the One Piece production crew from the beginning.
I don't know about from the beginning. Like the details are so wishy-washy because people just jump in and out of productions. Yeah. It's fun knowing that because you take into account he made that and then he had the skill set to just continuously do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he found disciples. And one of the prominent ones was the one behind 982, which is why she is such a prominent director going forward.
Hell yeah.
And she's a storyboard artist.
One of my favorite parts about this episode is actually when we cut back from the the commercial, and then we immediately cut into what's going on in Onigashima. I mean, there's a lot to really like about the episode as a whole. But really, like, honestly, when we cut into what's going on in Onigashima, and then you just see a title card that says "Produced by Onigashima," and we're just, wait, what the fuck is happening?
So good.
I remember when I first watched this, because
Oh my
I did
God.
not watch this live when it originally came out. I was a bandwagoner with everybody else when it aired. I was keeping myself off the anime cold turkey because I was waiting for the dub to catch up. So I was really being patient. I'm like, oh man, we're gonna finally fucking get there. We're finally gonna catch up. It's gonna be so. Then everyone was talking about this episode and this part specifically, and I was like, I gotta fucking see it. I gotta see this shit. My God, when the title card when the segue card left, the eye catcher left your screen, and you just see black produced by Onigashima, and the fucking rager begins, dude. I would beg you to give the dub a chance for this one episode, for this scene specifically alone is so much fucking fun. The Apu and Queen, the voice actors for those two, have an absolute fucking blast. They make sure to like riff off of each other and rhyme before they include all the pleasures, the waiters, and the Toby Roper or whatever. Like everyone's having everything is just fun. It bleeds fun. It's colorful. It's artistic. It just comes out of left field. You had no idea it was coming. And then as soon as you have it, you're like, well, I needed it my entire life. This is not how this scene played out in the manga at any capacity. In the manga, you just kind of like, you meet the goons on Onigashima, and like, you know, Kaido mentions that he has a son, which everyone's like, oh, crazy, he's got a son. I don't, you know, you get done with 982. Who cares that Kaido has a son? Did you see that fucking sweet shit?
What the fuck? To learn that this is mostly an anime exclusive thing is hilarious, and I love every second of it.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of liberties here.
The animators and whoever else involved in the whole process just decided that they were like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. It's a rager now. Then they just go for it, man. And then they just go for it. And it's so good. I thought I was about to watch a music video inside the anime when Produced by Onigashima popped up. I was like,
you basically did. I'm rewatching it now with the audio off just to immerse my. The camera work is so good. They pull back and show you the whole room.
It's like a drone, man. I do think that by this point in the series, they've embraced CGI as a, I won't say a crutch, but like as an option far more than they ever have in the past.
Yeah.
And that's what makes all these drone shots super easy and possible for, you know, the shoestring budgets that they have. If they just make everything in, you know, some form of CGI, and then they have like 3D space to actually work with. They don't have to like make as much paneling work and whatnot. And it's very present. It's very obvious in this episode. There is a rather large, significant chunk that is CGI, and like at least in actually both in foreground and background. But like me as a watcher, like I wasn't even that upset about it. I was still having a great fucking time.
To extrapolate on that, the benefit of, I guess you could say, the superpower of director Ishitan is that she is a storyboard artist, and they are responsible for essentially visualizing the entire scene. And it helps to have that power because you can actively change and replicate and just shift things in like the 3D spatial realm, which is why you get all these drone shots. So her ability to visualize a scene from multiple perspectives and also change the camera angles on the fly is literally what we see here. Is we see a shift in dynamics. Everything's not just one static shot. Like it's a faraway shot with Zoro, and then it moves in closer when he zooms. It's like no. What if you were looking at it from the perspective of Zoro, but you were like on the sword, or you're looking at Luffy from the floor doing his red hawk? Like that's this type of stuff that a storyboard artist gets to visualize ahead of time. And then her also having the knowledge of knowing the process throughout like the entire, like the full production process. She's able to like just know what stuff can actually get done and not overextend.
You can tell that she, the director, and the team at large not only had like an idea for how they wanted the scene to play out, they have like a 3D space that they can use readily available to them, that like the way it transitioned to what Orochi's doing in his side room and what the Toby Roppo are doing in their room. Like they're very clearly still in the same space together, even if they are separate. And I really appreciate that.
It's gotta be the best introduction to antagonists that you get in the anime. It's so succinct, not like in depth, like we don't get to know anybody, but that just for them to be like, here's who these people are, here's who these people are, here's who these people are. This is the system, and it does it in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I would agree. Just Queen really laying it back out for everybody, like, and this is our fucking army, as he raps exactly what the straws and allies are up against.
If I got thinner, I'd be too popular. That's the hook.
Incredible quote.
That is
I'm trying to be like Queen, bro. I need that level of confidence.
I mean, you can have that level of confidence. Yeah.
True. I got to get bigger.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Eat those carbs. Eat those carbs and
eat more
protein.
Meat, eat more red bean soup.
You got a Big Macs.
There are 2 other main highlights in this one episode. This episode has like 3 major highlights for me personally. Then we go back to the straws and them just wreaking havoc on whatever small base is just outside Onigashima. Standard mill or run of the mill shit of the week. Straws kicking ass, taking names, whatever. But like the dialogue feels so nostalgic, where this is what I really appreciate about early One Piece, is that I do think they tried a little harder with riffing in the script a little bit more, or they tried a little bit more to spend time letting the characters communicate with each other. They weren't so fixated on the action. They weren't totally like Dragon Ball Z energy in like the time before, I'll say like Water 7, give or take. There was a little bit of like slice of life in there that they not only had in the show, but they wanted to have that for the audience. Then at some point after Water 7, I think they were like, nah, we should probably hyperfixate on the jokes and the action. And then I think even sometimes the jokes kind of fall off. But the dialogue in this one episode, episode, they're like talking over each other. They have shit to say to one another. Like at one point, Sanji's talking about Zoro, like, yeah, wow, it's crazy. You can actually fucking find this fucking booze.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know. I fucking told you. You would think that you, being a chef, would be able to smell it too. And then Sanji says something like, wow, I'm shocked. Moss bells actually have the ability to smell. I never fucking knew.
Yeah.
And then at one point, like, Brooke is saying something about how he's dead. He's making another skull joke. And then Robin's in the back going, we know, Brooke. We know.
That was great. Robin and Nami just like walk by him as he's staring dead at the camera, telling his nose joke, and they're like, yeah, we heard it before, man.
We know, bro. We got Robin and Usopp in the back being like, good job, team. You guys did a fantastic job. And then Frankie's like, what are you talking about? Why'd you just stay on the boat the whole time, you fucking freeloader?
You could have helped a bit.
You could have done something. And then Jinbei's like, man, I just got here, but this is fucking hilarious. He's just chuckling to himself. Something about the camaraderie that they demonstrated in this one episode is something that I feel like we just don't get as much or with as much frequency as we did in earlier stages of the show, and it tickles me, and I'm glad we got it here.
It was fun to just see them have fun with each other again, because also prior to this point, they've been together on Wano, but before that they spent a lot of time separate from each other. There was the Zoe group, and then the people that ended up going to Wano first, and so it feels like they finally gave themselves the opportunity to like really catch up, I guess, so to speak, with each other by, the reintroduction of Jinbe into the crew has become the impetus for them to just have a little moment to themselves at least. And then obviously they prolong this moment to be after the mission has been complete, and we can really sit down and throw an even bigger rager banquet and have that toast finally to Jinbe.
The one downside of splitting up the party is losing some of the interaction between the characters.
Totally. Yeah.
But I'm usually pro split up the party.
Know.
Let the record show.
We so know. We know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Not same.
My only final thought is like the last action shot as they storm Onigashima. It's cinema. Fucking that Kinemon face with the guy in the chair, but cinema.
I like the general introduction to Onigashima as a dirty big party. Like it feels kind of it feels like Yakuza-ish, right? That it's just like beer, booze, and we haven't even talked about Tobi Roppo, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere for me to put this, so I'm just going to put this as an aside. I really like Brook moments. We don't get that many where he's being cool, literally this time.
Get it?
I also appreciated this episode for reminding me how fucking scary Brooke is. One, why did you run at a skeleton with a sword? What did you think would happen?
He is a skeleton with a sword.
There's like 60 men who are coming at Brooke, and I'm like, where do you think that's going to go? Aren't you already kind of put off by the fact that he's dead? Second of all, watching him freeze everybody, levitate, I would be terrified. I don't know why more people aren't scared of Brooke, because he's terrifying. So I don't know where to put that, but I like whenever the series reminds me that I like Brooke.
Yeah,
listen, I feel that. I am also scared of Brooke. If I saw just a skeleton talking to me, moving its weird fucking jawline, and then also with a sword in hand that it was unsheathing, I would be like, you know what? That's enough today.
The literal powers of hell, the frozen, farthest, deepest pits of hell.
Yeah.
It's because he also wears a trench coat, laughs, and has an afro. Like, he just looks goofy.
Within that package, terrifying.
If my man didn't have an afro, he would be so fucking petrifying.
Oh my God. So anyway, I liked that moment, and that was probably one of the reasons I really liked Whole Cake, was because we got to see Brooke be a badass. So
yeah,
nice moment.
It's a shame he didn't get to have his hard counter moment like I wanted, but also that whole showcase of the Straw Hats just having little moments, well, the ones that participated in the fight anyway, was cool. I enjoyed
it was
just the fun little thing.
Robin stomping literally with her giant feet, and then Sanji's like, I love you in any form.
Yeah. Yeah. He went like, you I think the quote from the show is like, oh, you look beautiful even in battle. But like the internal thought for Sanji was probably more about the feet specifically. This is just I'm so glad I get to witness the giant feet. and then he kicks a dude.
Did you feel jealous, Christian, of all of those bystanders getting stomped? Or all the combatants?
Insanely, yeah.
So how would you have gone about that? She would have walked towards her feet as an ally, and she would have been like, what are you doing? And you'd be like, no, actually, this is the whole reason I joined you guys.
Actually, this is what I want. Yeah, like, you know, like the memes of like, don't help that guy. He's right where he wants to be. That's me.
I do have a question regarding the Flying Six. Sorry, the Flying Six is what the literal translation of Toby Roppo is. I know them as the Flying Six through the manga, but it is Toby Roppo in both the sub and dub as far as I'm aware. But sometimes I will call them the Flying Six, so if you ever get confused, that's why. Now, anyway, Toby Roppo. My question is, well, first of all, we now know what page 1 looks like. Is that, did anyone have small little emo kid on their bingo card for when he was not in dinosaur form?
Did anyone have Skrillex? Did we think Skrillex?
It is a stark contrast.
I just had to ask that first question. Second question. Well, we met all of them. We met Sasaki, Black Maria, and Who's Who. X-Drake we already knew. Page 1 and Ulti. But Who's Who specifically had some shit to say about Queen. So my question to you, do we think we know what matchups are going to look like against these guys? And
that's a good question.
Number 2 is Who's Who on his own fucking team, where he's just going to try to fight Queen by himself.
When Who's Who got revealed to us in this instance a couple years ago, I was so dumbfounded by their name and like their aesthetic, and I was just like, what the fuck are you? Like, yeah, who are you? Who's who? What kind of name is this?
what kind of name is Who's Who?
The appearance is pretty sick. I did like the coloring choice because, you know, I don't think I had seen any like manga cover art or any colorized art prior to this episode, so like I wasn't expecting Who's Who to be red or anything like that. But I like the choice. But yeah, Who's Who as a character, from the jump, I was like, I'm so curious about you, because what kind of dumbass name is this?
Okay. Fair enough. You answered neither of my questions, by the way.
Let's we can bounce off of that to getting to Brendan's questions. So there's Who's Who, which we don't know who really is, or what or who he wants to do or whatever. Then there's do we have all the names? Can I name them all?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we have all the names.
So then there's Sasaki. Do you remember who that is, Christian?
Sasaki's. So who's the red one? Sasaki
Do they have green hair?
The green one. Okay, yeah.
Then there's Black Maria.
Yeah.
I got your picture. Okay. Then there's Ulti.
It's okay.
Thank you for that.
I'm coming with you, Black Maria. Count me in.
Please count me in. And then there's page 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's X-Drake. So
or what does Ulti call him? Pepe?
Ulti looks like off-brand Perona with regular eyes.
Yeah, I remember her.
Okay.
She has the mask on too.
Yeah.
What is Brendan's question specifically?
predict the lineups.
Oh, like who's gonna fight who? Oh, I mean, I could rapid fire stuff with like little to no substance.
This is the magic part. I want you to have no information and to see how good you are.
Okay, the only one I'll say that I feel like I have substance for is Robin will fight Black Maria, just because Robin will get an actual fight at some point, and it looks like
very bold assumption of you.
Black
by the way.
Maria looks like someone who's great at instigating fights out of just about anybody. Ulti is going to fight Chopper because Ulti seems to be token cute one.
Sure.
And so is Chopper, eternally token cute one, emergency food, whatever. Who else? Sasuke. I'm going to make a hot take and say that Sasuke fights nobody. Sasuke's gonna sit back and do nothing because he seemed like the level-headed. He's the level-headed like kind of thinker of the group. So he's gonna abstain from fighting because he doesn't want to. Pepe's gonna fight X Drake when X Drake inevitably reveals that he is also not on their side, and we're gonna have the dinosaur mirror match. Am I missing someone? Oh, who's who? Does who's who have a sword? He's gonna fight Zoro if he does.
I believe so. I believe that is his sword in this
picture.
That
is a sword. He does. In fact.
He fights Zoro. That's Zoro's fight.
Hell yeah. Or farming for the century. I just want to say I really appreciate the logic of Ulti versus Chopper just being a battle of the cute ones. I do appreciate that.
Swap. You can maybe swap in Carrot for Chopper.
Oh,
for the same reason.
Carrot, man.
I like where my man's going with this. I'm gonna throw in literally the only idea I could come up with amongst trying to answer Brendan's question. I think there's going to be a tag team battle of Pepe and Ulti with Sanji, and I think I'm going to say Nami.
Where are you at? Are you officially? Is this all new for you now, Justin?
He says yeah, but I also like
I disagree. I
sniff out from time to time.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
I haven't read the manga in like a year, which is kind of killing me. Sorry for everyone waiting for a spoiler cast, by the way.
Final question. We did actually get a little bit of lore drop. Kaido has a son.
Yeah.
So that's just knowledge we have. Do we actually think it's a true fucking son, or is it just some schmuck that Kaido says, "Hey, that's my son," like somebody adopted?
Is it his real son, or is this a Whitebeard situation?
Yes, that is my question to you.
I do really think that is Kaido's legitimate son. Like that is a child that Kaido had with some woman. Because he looks like him. Why was the kid at some point chained up? I guess because he has shackles that have been broken on his wrists. So I don't know what that's about, but I believe that that's probably his kid.
Probably some kind of family drama, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Some shit Ulti's been on about family drama.
I was thinking about that character, and I think every single villain has had at least one outlier.
Oh. Of their squad?
I merely thought Doflamingo's crew, because it's very much like 1-for-1, similar like big elite team. They had Corazon.
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
Alabasta was Robin.
What about Moria?
Who was the woman that hated plates? That was the outlier, surely, right?
Sindri was her name?
Sindri.
This isn't a hard and fast rule, but I see what you're saying.
When you say outlier, I need to clarify. So you're presuming that this child is going to defect from his Kaido's army at some point in time. That's your position. That's what you think this character is put in front of us to represent for the future.
The chains are very telling. Although, but that could just be their like character trait. They always have chains. They have chains for weapons.
Yeah, I mean, don't you remember that guy from Bleach, Kenpachi Zaraki? He like purposely like gimped himself because he always wanted a crazy fight. You know what I'm saying?
He was too strong, but he couldn't use both hands.
What if this is Rock Lee's ankle weights or whatever?
True.
From a narrative perspective, to introduce a character like this so late in the game, it means there's significance behind it. They can't just be a throwaway character. It also can't. There's no one to match up this person because everybody's already
match up this person.
Yeah, like the fight against.
I think that there's a lot of matchup potential left. We only took like 3 straws off the board.
Look, you got King and Queen. Those are easily Zoro and Sanji.
Easily?
Yeah, easily. And then you got Kaiju and Luffy. If this is his son, who is strong enough to face against Kaido's son? There really is nobody on the team that can do that.
We just got Jinbe.
Nah, Jinbe wouldn't do it. Jinbe wouldn't do it.
What?
We're treating this pretty 1-to-1, like it will be the case that everybody has a one-on-one.
Come on.
I mean, that is the formula generally.
We ever watched this movie called The Clockwork Tower? They literally have the kings and queens in that movie.
I've never seen that movie. You lost on me.
I think 1-to-1 doesn't just mean that you're literally going to have people pair up, but that you need to have people with relevant personalities or like skills matched up. Like if this person creates issues that are unrelated to fighting, then it could be as somebody as seemingly weak as Chopper, because it's not a matter of a fight. It's a matter of...
No, I'm sorry. If One Piece is a different type of show, maybe.
We also saw them break a boulder with one swing, so that this is not a weak person.
What I'm shocked about is that no one has even suggested that Momonosuke would be put into the ring at any point in time. We've got kid versus kid in this fight.
Kid versus kid?
Or the secret final boss third option, Captain Kid the Pirate fighting Kaido's kid.
Yeah, fighting two kids.
Okay, let me ask you this, Jordy. Do you have a guess of like, let's play this one out for a split second. This character defects. What is their end game? What is their goal? What do they want?
The same thing Corazon did to take down the big boss of the family.
And that's it? Like, that's all they want?
Good for goodness sake, in an oversimplified way. I think he's right.
You know, if I knew I was going to be eating gingerbread men tonight, I would have brought my cookie cutter.
What does that even mean?
Nice.
What about if we talked about Zoro a little bit more, you know?
I think we're good. All right, I'm going to move us on. Next week is going to be 983 to 987. Moving on to quotes. Oof. Who's got quotes? I don't know. I assume the list of quotes is long. It was long for me. Maybe it's not long for everybody.
Zoro noises.
Interesting.
Was that it? That was your whole list?
I was a visual learning this week. Not much auditory processing going on.
In 979, they're deciding on who's going to do what, like go fight, go not fight, whatever. Ashura has a line to Kinemon to kind of shock Kinemon back to the groove and get his shit together as their de facto leader. He says, "We were born and raised differently, but we will die together. Don't you forget that." And I just got to say that Ashura is consistently one of the characters that is able to really pull himself up and just keep fucking going, man.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We may have come from different worlds, but we are comrades in arms now, to the end.
And this is exemplary of that, because I think not a lot of the other ones that stayed behind really had to like really be down in the muck and like get themselves through this shit to get to this point, like he has running the bandit camp for 20 years.
Yeah.
So that was great. The moment has already been mentioned, but on a lighter note, it's Kinemon yelling up at the sky to Kanjuro. "Kanjuro, I cannot believe you drew a bird that flies so beautifully. All we saw were ugly, useless drawings that dissolved in water." And then Kanjuro yells back like, "It was part of my acting."
No, can I tell you the dumb version next? I wrote it down too.
Do it.
Kinemon shouts at Kanjuro. He's like, "I thought you lacked talent." And then the way Kanjuro responds, he's like, "Acting, my dear friend," as he fucking flies away.
Damn you, Kanjuro! That crane you painted is flying immaculately! What of the monstrosities you made us? They washed away with water! I thought you lacked talent! Acting, my dear friend!
It's too hard!
It's so good.
It's the way he like says acting, like he's about to like roll his R's unnecessarily, like there's an R somewhere in his sentence, but there isn't.
Acting.
Acting, my dear friend. Stupid.
Incredible. Jinbe, the end of 982, has a very simple statement as he watches all of the joy happen around him before they set their cups down and go off. Jinbe says, "I have never exchanged a cup of sake in such a pleasant mood."
You know, exchanging sake cups is usually a more solemn affair.
Jinbe!
You know, it's great and it's very uplifting for the moment. Also made me feel really sad for Jinbe, especially knowing all of the other moments that he's exchanged sake cups, especially the one we actually saw, which was, you know, him offering the one back to Big Mom so that he leaves her service.
Yeah.
And anything that probably happened in the past, you know, like him becoming the captain of the Sun Pirates happens in the wake of Tiger's death. And so there was probably something there. even joining the Sun Pirates in the first place was probably somewhat melancholy for him because of what it all stood for and what happened around it. So to get this statement from Jinbe after watching him just like smile like big goofy guy that he is and say that was great. I love it. It was another one of those little details of the moment that I just really appreciated.
Okay, I'll go. I'll take the microphone. I'll give you the microphone. Ah, yes, of course. The message meant wharf, not Tokage port.
Yes, wharf, of course. Not Tokage port.
You can be honest with us, Kinemon.
No offense, but we've known you long enough to know that a plan like this is not within your skill set.
Just admit you made a mistake and we won't be angry.
Stop it.
You thought the message was Tokage. You cannot fool me.
I said stop it.
At least the mistake settled in our favor. What a happy accident.
And then the rest of it be like, Kinemon, fucking tell us the truth. You didn't fucking know shit, did you?
Yeah.
He's like, of course I did.
Especially Raizo. Raizo being the one in particular, just like over his shoulder the whole time. And then Kinemon goes, hey, Raizo, you got something to say, or are we good?
You got a problem, Raizo?
You do like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Exactly. Totally that.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
You fucked up, didn't you? You're dumb.
This one comes from Kanjuro again when he's fighting Kawamatsu and he's like, you dare, fucking betray us, blah, blah. He's like, yes, what a complex role I've been given to play. And thank you all for playing the fool.
Yeah.
Do all the memories and pain we have shared mean nothing to you? We served Lord Odin together! We lost him together! Was all our friendship for naught? Answer me! You would trample our dreams and gut us with a smile! You bastard! I admit, I do find pleasure in this moment. Sabotage, duplicity, betrayal with a surprise ending. What a complex role I had the honor to play. And speaking of roles, thank you all so much for playing the fool.
This guy hams it up 24/7, and I fucking love it. He's so fucking funny. Next one being, this comes from Queen. I got 2 Queen bits. When he's arguing with the chef about why Big Mom was cutting in line to give him Oshiruko, and he's describing that he needs to, get himself fed up for his big upcoming performance. He's asking, like, the room at large, and which lead performer has the pipes and the talent? And then they all just respond with, Queen!
Did you forget there's gonna be a performance for the banquet tonight? I'm a little foggy here. Why don't you remind me who's the star? The man's name is right on the tip of my tongue. Yeah! Damn right it's me! And which lead performer's got the pipes and the talent? Queen! That's for sure! Can you dig it? So feed me! I can't lose any more weight! The ladies will go crazy.
This one is technically fucking Apu when they're in the middle of their rap battle, or rather explaining all the goons. I just really like this line. At one point he's like, and coming at you in widescreen, it's Queen.
Coming to you in widescreen! It's Queen!
And the camera really does seem like it goes into like a little bit more of a widescreen. Like I think like the bars even get a little thicker. It's very funny. This one just comes from Sanji riffing on Zoro. He's got 1 brain cell for swords and 1 brain cell for booze.
Yo, Mosshead! Huh? Where the hell did that come from?
Well, there really was booze out here after all?
Didn't I tell you? I know that smell anywhere.
He's like an animal.
He's got 1 brain cell for swords, 1 brain cell for booze, and that's it.
And that's it. That's it. That's all I got.
I just have one to add, which is in lieu of the Kinemon just fucking up. They say, though the details are a bit hastily crafted, it will surely serve its purpose to throw off the enemy. Now, what is the real strategy? And they talk about infiltrating.
Yeah. That's rather impressive. You really are something else, Keen.
Fantastic idea, is it not?
Yes. A fool's proposal they'll believe is true. That was the decoy plan you said in Kanjuro's presence to deceive him, right? Though the details are a bit hastily crafted, it will surely serve its purpose and throw off the enemy.
Decoy?
Now,
What is the real strategy?
He's over-evaluating again. But I know that Kinemon has... nothing!
So anyway, what's the real plan? Not the plan that you gave the enemy.
Obviously, you're a genius.
What if we get to the end of this and Denjiro just sort of subtly reveals that he knew Kinemon was full of shit the whole time and this wasn't like him really having faith in him?
I hope not.
No, I love this bit.
Yeah.
I love this bit so much. I need this to live forever. I need Denjiro to be naive to Kinemon's fucking stupidity.
Denjiro, the clearly smartest person in the room.
And also the most naive.
Yeah. To just have blind, unending faith in Kinemon because of everything.
Yeah. He's been away from it for too long.
Yeah.
He just doesn't remember.
All right. Well then, moving on to the next bit. It's Gabe's Fun Facts. Oh, I'm gonna wait for the sound effect. Okay, there it goes.
Gabe's Fun Facts.
It finished. Hello. This is Gabriel speaking to you from a boat on the open sea. I've made it back to Wano. My time machine's been blown to bits, but at least I'm all right. God, I feel tired though. Feels like it's been almost 8 weeks since I've written a script like this. What a strange thought to have. Anyway, I will start this set by highlighting the director of the last episode in this set, Megumi Ishitani. The works she's directed are few in number, but highly remarkable in their individuality. She directed 2 of the most highly acclaimed episodes in Dragon Ball Super's final arc, before being moved to One Piece later on, where she directed 3 episodes, 957, 982, and directed an opening for the show that you'll see later on, and was the director for One Piece Fan Letter in 2024. Though she hasn't directed anything since, given the overwhelmingly positive reaction to One Piece Fan Letter, which sits at a 9.2 on IMDb,
Wow.
I'm certain she's got a bright future ahead. Now, for the Toby Roppo, you're never gonna guess this one. All their names are based on playing card games. I know, shocker. Who's Who takes his name from a British card game of the same name that relies on social deduction. Black Maria takes her name from, well, Black Maria, the well-known British card game of the same name. Ulti takes her name from the Hungarian card game of the same name, which is also called Ultima. According to the Wikipedia, the card game is virtually unknown outside of Hungary's borders. Interesting. Finally, Sasaki, whose name I keep confusing for Sakazuki.
Same here.
Different guy. Takes his name from the card game 44A, which is also known as Sasaki. Don't ask me why. Apparently this game is popular in North Korea, which by definition means it's popular nowhere else. I've already told you about page 1, and Drake doesn't fill the pattern because he's a Marine infiltrator. I get the feeling the Flying Six, aka the Toby Roppo, might have to change their name soon. Bad choice on the marketing department to tie their name so close to a single number. Now, to finish this off, the manga to anime differences. The flashback to before the raid with the Straw Hats is made up by the anime. Similarly, Frankie is actually unaware of who tried to blow up the Sunny in the manga, but sees the Smile users do it in the anime. Can't let the pirate crew led by Monkey D. fucking Luffy look stupid after all, can we?
Right.
The character who is seen breaking rocks in the final episode does not appear at all until later on in the manga. That's all I can say for now. Finally, Sanji briefly fighting Kanjuro is made up by the anime. Good. 2 people who have hidden their real origin story for their entire life really don't have a reason to beef with each other after all. And that's all for this set. Luckily, the Orochi Oniwabanshu seem to think I'm dead, so I'll just stay on this boat and relax for a bit. Oh, hold on. Where's this ship going? Is that a skull? Oh, dear. See you guys next week. Have a nice day. Oh, shit. Well,
he's on
Gabe's
his
about to
way.
get a front row seat to an amazing show. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be in the thick of it, guys. Shit.
Yeah.
That seems like a problem.
Hopefully he catches Queen's show in time.
Dude, if he makes Queen's show, then it's all worth it, actually.
It is all worth it.
Okay, moving on to the next stage of our show. The Golden Ham.
I'm putting down law. Final answer.
Law?
Counter almost anyone else.
I'm going Denjiro.
Kinemon.
Denjiro is fucking fire, dude. I mean, the way
I'm personally partial to Jinbe.
Jinbe's also good. Like I don't hate Jinbe, but like Denjiro also. No, it should be Kinemon actually. Wait a minute.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
For his amazing plans.
We have to support his fail upwards.
Do we?
Oh, upwards. No. For his speech at the end.
To arms, loyal samurai! Take a stand as a Kozuki warrior! We shall lead you! All ships to Onigashima! Our moment is now!
Give it to him for that amazing speech.
All right. I mean, that was good, to be fair.
I think I'm all in on Kinemon.
Kind of begrudgingly, but yeah.
Kinemon started as a bottom, literally. Just a pair of legs. He started as a bottom, now he's here.
Yeah.
Let me put it like this. I think that Kinemon's like the Rudy on this football team, and he only gets to be put in for like 4 seconds of the game just to say he played. I know nobody's going to get this reference, but he's a bench warmer, typically.
I'm glad you're prepared for me to mentally ask you, what the fuck is a Rudy?
He's a bench warmer.
I don't like this Kinemon slander, okay? Kinemon made one mistake, and now he's getting slandered. His character's getting...
Kinemon is not the guy where when things are getting tough, you go, oh God, do we still have Kinemon?
What do you mean? They
he
literally
is.
did that. They literally did that.
He's exactly the guy we need. They even said it in this episode. Well, thank God we've got you.
I think that Jinbe will get other shots. I don't know if Kinemon is as...
All right, well, now you're metagaming it.
Yeah, of course. Oh, you always got to metagame it.
Yeah, since when does that stop us? I metagame all the time. I don't care.
I'll vote for Kinemon, but I won't take the Kinemon slander.
I respect it. Devin shows up for the first time in forever and automatically goes for the metagame. I respect it. All right, well, it sounds like Kinemon's the winner.
Yes, gather round. Your fellow crewmates do not bite.
All right, Kinemon, you're the big winner.
Wahoo!
Kinemon, big winner. Congratulations, buddy. All right, moving on to fan mail.
I got you, baby.
We got a fan mail this week.
All right, this one's from, did I write your name right? Jana on Instagram, and they write, Hiya! Just wants to let you know that I'm back, baby. My boyfriend very recently upgraded to my fiance.
Nice.
Nice.
Snaps.
Congratulations.
My fiance and I took a small break from One Piece for a few months. It was actually him that wanted the break, but I finally wore him down, so now we're back in business. Because we stopped watching, I also had to stop listening to you guys to avoid spoilers. My work days will be greatly improved with you idiots back in it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Still love all the content and the silly bits. All of you are amazing. Thank you for all of the work. Side note, I know at least one of you is a fan of musicals.
Is me!
May I suggest listening to the concept album Epic? Even better, watch the animated videos on YouTube to fully enjoy it. It follows the story of Odysseus on his way home from Troy. You will not regret listening. Be prepared for it to take over your Spotify, though. Lots of love, Jana.
I'm in. All in. Easy. Can do. No problem whatsoever.
Who says they're talking to you?
I'm sorry. Do you like musicals, Christian, the #1 musical lover?
Yeah. Have you finally come to Stockholm Syndrome or all those Band of You episodes?
Yeah. I've watched enough in my day.
You've watched like 4.
Yeah. As I said, enough.
Brendan, are you familiar with this Epic that Jana mentions?
I am. I have not listened to it myself, but yes, I am familiar with the show. Yes. But it's funny that they mentioned that there was a YouTube animatic. So, fun fact, I am a huge advocate for the Hamilton animatic. I pitch it all the time in the Discord. No one ever watches it. Everyone always just says, fuck you. I'm going to watch the stupid Disney thing and or just listen to the soundtrack, which is fair. Like, enjoy how you want to enjoy it. I really like the animatic for Hamilton. That's just me personally. So, for them to recommend the animatic for Epic, well, I'm all in. That's all I needed to hear.
I will not necessarily vouch for this particular animatic, but for animatics in general. Because when I was in college, I had a friend who they went to school for animation for about a year before the school crushed their love for arts and things like that. But they still loved animatics and animation. And they had introduced me to the play Heathers via animatic. And it greatly improved my personal experience. I'm not a musical or even much of a play guy, generally speaking. It's just not my preferred form of art and media. But I like animatics/animation. Something about the medium I just truly appreciate. And so listening to the songs that describe the plot of Heathers, which is fantastic when you are just sitting there asking yourself, are they saying that? Are they getting away with this? That's crazy. And then you have an animatic behind it to visually illustrate what's happening in better detail. So yeah, shout out to animatic. Shout out to any person doing art like that or art in general, especially on YouTube for free. That's an endeavor, and we appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Sick. What about you, Jordy? You also like musicals? You ever hear of this?
Not this one specifically. The crazy thing is, I can confidently say I probably listened to more musicals than Brendan, but I don't know more musicals than Brendan.
That might be true. That might actually be true.
That sounds right, actually.
The duality.
Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you.
We have a lot of fan mail in the backlog, so thank you for everyone who's been sending in questions, comments, concerns through the past week/month.
Yeah, this is great.
Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you, and we will get to you eventually, slowly but surely.
It's finally time for something we haven't done in fucking forever. My God, the garb gab.
It's garb gab time.
The grab bag.
Oh, grab bag. Oh, it's grab bag again?
Garb gab.
Well, God damn it, Jordy. We finally got him to say garb gab, and you ruined it.
Did we do it? Is it the grab bag again? I want it to be the grab bag. Can we go back to the grab bag?
God damn it.
Sorry, I misread the script, all right? The prompt messed up here. Blame the prompt person.
You fool.
Man, I'm so happy, thank God, to be finally advertising once again, like it never left. The grab bag, my favorite portion of our telecast.
I have the bag. Well, since you're already in the mood, I'm going to give it to Devin.
Oh.
So that Devin can do it.
That's crazy.
But like, what if I really wanted to? I mean, can I?
That makes me want to give it to you even less.
But can I at least just smell it a little or something?
Oh, yeah, here. Okay, fine. You can get a whiff.
Oh, thanks. They don't make them like this anymore. You know what I mean?
No, that's velvety smooth. All right, Devin, reach into the bag.
Let me smell this too.
Yeah, get a whiff. Anybody else want to whiff while we're here?
This smells like ass. Is that what you like? Is that what you were interested in when you just smelled it? Right? Where have you been keeping this? All right. So anyway, this bag. Yes. Let me reach in here.
Please do reach in to the ass bag.
Okay. To the ass bag. Let me root around in here. Okay.
Yeah, get in there.
Okay. I pulled out a little envelope. I'm going to give it back to you, Christian.
Oh, thank you. This one said, oh, okay. Oh, this is fun. We've got a lot of people for this one, so this will be great. We've got, so listener, longtime fan, and frequent emailer, Zach has sent us another quiz. Woo! And we're going to read it out here.
Yeah.
Not read it out, but we're going to do it. We're going to partake in yet another quiz.
I'm ready.
So yeah, if you all tune into my screen, if you haven't done so already, Zach has named this One Piece quiz Kuma's Homie Video.
Okay.
And Zach writes here, oh no, Big Mom raided Kuma's video collection and homeified them. Kuma is not impressed. Please help Kuma find out which movies got homeified.
Okay. Interesting.
I want to point out this fantastic art piece that I assume Zach drew of their own. It is Bartholomew Kuma, and his hat has been turned into a...
Zach, you are talented.
This is so good.
This is awesome.
All right, let's do it.
So I did peek through the slides a little bit, as I tend to do just in case things get tricky. The goal is to homeify the name of this movie, show, character, whatever he's going to mention to you. Homie is the key word.
Okay.
That's short end of it.
So it says movies, just to be clear. We're thinking of movies.
Yes.
Yeah, what Zach said right there.
Yes.
Movies.
I do want to know, is the answer to the image that we have in front of us homie hat? Is that what the answer is?
In this particular moment, no, this is just trying to illustrate. Yeah, this is just art. Sick art.
Oh, okay.
The literal word homie is part of it?
Yes.
Okay,
got it.
Homie alone.
Oh, okay.
All right, movie one. First up, a lovely musical about lovers in a southern state with red dirt and beautiful sun thing.
Oklahoma.
Jesus, that was fast. I didn't even get to finish the question.
Oklahoma. And I was going to say, and they put, what's his name? I forget.
Prometheus?
Prometheus.
Prometheus is the sun in the background.
One of Christian's favorite musicals, right, Christian?
One of my favorite musicals. Yeah. One of the 4 that I thought was enough. Yeah.
I am astonished by the speed at which you answered that question.
Dude, it was a musical in a southern state, and it's got homie in the title. Oklahoma. It was the easiest shit of my life.
I thought at first that we had already confirmed that homie was going to be in the titles, but I thought that was going to be a misdirect because they didn't immediately name Prometheus and they just said sun thing, I was like, what are we, is Prometheus going to be part of this?
Mm-hmm.
But that was too tough. Anyway, great job, Brendan.
All right, moving on to the next one. Movie 2.
Homie Alone. Homie Alone. I knew it.
God damn you, Brendan. I knew it.
Can't I even read the question, you bastards?
You said it, and I was going to be like, I bet you that's one of them. And then it came up. I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, my God.
Justin, what's the question? What's the question, Justin?
Movie 2. One of my favorite Christmas movies where a young boy discovers the meaning of Christmas through isolation and robbery.
Say it again, Brendan. Homie Alone.
He can't keep getting away with this.
With Prometheus and Zeus back there.
I sniffed this one a mile away.
God damn it.
These are really good edits, Zach.
These are really good edits.
This is a really great edit.
These are great.
Zach replaced, it was Marv and what was the other guys?
Wet Bandits.
Wow, I'm impressed with you, Justin. I don't know, the two bad guys.
Marv and, I want to say Buddy. It's probably not Buddy, but whoever the blind bandits are.
Wet Bandits.
Wet Bandits, excuse me.
Harry is the other one.
Harry and Marv. They were replaced with Prometheus and Zeus. Good stuff. Good stuff.
And Zeus looks menacing.
Leave some homies for the rest of us, man.
Movie 3. A lovely teenage rom-com across Europe to battle 4 elemental monsters. Mysterious.
A teenage rom-com across Europe.
I genuinely have no idea what the next slide is.
4 elemental monsters.
Who's got 4 elements in the show?
Okay, so the 4 elemental monsters is the homie bit.
Probably.
That's the homies part.
Dear Mysterious is like a tie-in somehow. It has to be. But a lovely teenage rom-com across Europe. Teenage rom-com across Europe. Homie Diaries.
Homielander.
Homielander. Yeah, there you go.
My brain's thinking of how to turn Euro Trip into Homie Trip.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing, but like that's also not a teenage rom-com. That's like an adult.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Homies.
I'm not so good on rom-coms, so I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I'm not. Homie is where the heart is. Is that a title of that sounds like a rom-com title?
I wish Zach gave us like are you really stumped? We got like a bonus hint.
Yeah.
Cause
sometimes usually he would.
He has done that in the past, I think. That has happened.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's Justin, if you shut the stream off and then glance at the next slide, you give us
we can just cover just don't look. Yeah.
Yeah. Un momentito. Okay. I see where he was going with the description. I think it's not helpful enough for this answer.
Okay.
Is it a movie we've definitely heard of and or seen?
Yes.
Okay.
Would it help if I told you the studio that made it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is that too much? It's a Marvel movie.
Oh.
A Marvel movie about teenagers. Spider-Man Far From Homie.
Is this which one is it though? They all have home in it. Is it?
No, he got it. Spider-Man Far From Homie.
Because that's the one he's in Britain in.
Oh, that's true. It did say Europe. 4 elemental monsters? What are the elemental monsters in this case?
Mysterio summoned some 4 elemental monsters. I do remember that actually.
Oh.
Oh my God, the edit.
That's so funny. It's just a random homie flower.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah, Mysterious is Mysterio. Yeah, fair play.
Damn.
I would have sat here for a long time.
I think Zach actually gave you guys like a generally good hint. It was just like hard.
It was a genuinely hard question. Yeah, we gotta respect.
He hit every point. I'm kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
He gave you everything you needed, and it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, I just didn't know the movie enough. Is there any more, Justin?
I actually don't know. Let's find out.
Final movie.
Boss.
Final movie. Oh, there is one. Oh, wow. I was expecting the final question. Final movie. The Boss. Family is everything in this Greek wedding. Just don't mess up the cake. My big fat homie wedding.
What's the subtitle for this second? No, never mind. I was thinking Mamma Mia, but that doesn't work. Wait. Actually, Justin, you need to check the next slide so we know whether we're right or not at some point anyway. So
correct.
It couldn't be Mamma Mia, homie go again. No, that's too far off.
I'm looking at the answer, and I feel like the answer either I don't know what it is, or the answer has deviated from his theme.
Is it pretty obscure?
In terms of how you get there, like how you would ever get this answer, I would say yes.
What's the genre of movie? Is it like a drama?
I've never seen it. But I want to say these two have watched it, and I want to say it's a music.
Wait, was I right?
Is it Mamma Mia?
Baby.
Is it Mamma Mia, homie go again or something like that?
I'll show you. I don't genuinely, I don't know how to interpret this answer.
I bet you're right. It must be Mamma Mia,
think I'm right.
homie go again. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mamma Mia, Homie, go again.
He writes,
Yeah.
Mama, Mama, Krokenbush Linlin.
Mama, mama.
Is this the Mamma Mia thing?
I mean,
Where's the word homie? There's no homie in here.
Okay, yeah, there's no homie here. Come on, Zach.
well, I guess it's homie because she's the, one controlling it all.
Right, but all of the other ones had homie in the title.
I know.
That was the established rule, Zach.
Can we talk about this picture, though?
Good job, by the way. Zach.
It's a great picture.
She looks like the witch from Spirited Away.
Krokenbush Linlin. That's funny.
That's true.
It's Big Mom looking gleefully over her shoulder,
Yeah.
but her eyes are like very wonky and her cheekbones are. She looks like it's the pose Amanda Seyfried's doing for the movie, but Big Mom.
Looks like she has third nostril.
It's also Mama Mama, which I haven't actually said out loud yet, which I find very funny.
Yes. It's Mama Mama.
Mama, mama.
Mama, Mama.
Yeah, which is where the outrage comes from now because homie's not in the title.
Also, instead of here we go again, it's Krokenbush Linlin.
Krokenbush Lane.
That's funny.
Come on, Zach. We almost had it. Every time there always ends up being one thing that I'm like, oh, this was so good.
No, he's getting better.
This is the best one yet for sure. Like in terms of the way that the rules were laid out.
I would like to toss you a compliment, Zach, and say that I think an underrated part of your drawing is that the shading on the hair really makes the whole image like look very 3D. You know what it almost reminds me of is when people do like rotoscoping. Like it looks like it's traced over a person. It's really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And disturbing.
All right.
Good job on the homies, though. I like the flowers.
Yeah.
The flowers are great. Yeah, the actual homies are great.
They have like a classic old school cartoon kind of style.
Yeah, it looks like Cuphead.
Yes, exactly.
I fought these flowers in Cuphead.
I have fought these exact flowers in Cuphead, believe it or not.
Oh, I made myself hungry by looking up what this creme boucher thing was.
Oh, you've never seen Krokenbush?
No.
Krokenbush Linlin.
It's also been a hot minute.
All right, thanks, Zach.
All right.
Thank you once again.
Zach writes, congratulations to the winner. Here's your fan art token. To Brendan by a landslide.
It's me.
This is Brendan's.
I'm the big wiener.
Thank you, Zach, for once again giving us a great quiz. Keep it up, man.
That was awesome. Keep them coming.
Thanks, Zach.
That was awesome.
That was super fun. I especially like that time that I guessed an answer before the question even graced my screen. That especially was one of my favorite parts.
Just precogged it.
Yeah, it's too good. All right. Devin, would you care to do the thing, please?
Follow us on Panda Sightings and Instagram and join our Discord to have fun. What else do I say?
You can do this. I believe in you.
Tell your parents that you care about them. I don't remember the rest of this.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
If you see a cat outside, tell it pss, 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 like that.
To be fair, you never know what you're doing. So as far as I'm concerned, you're doing great.
Wash your hands. Say please and thank you.
Devin, check the chat. Check the chat. I got you.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's all coming back. So visit pandasightings.com to support the show. We also have 2 other shows, Panda View, where we review different media. Do we still have Panda View?
We have it. It exists.
It's a work in progress.
Okay. The Panda View archive and the Panda Sightings podcast, where we simply yap, available on all major platforms. Also, I can personally attest to the quality of the sweatshirts on the Panda Sightings website. Super cozy. And I know people that got the old model and they saw I had the new model and they were like, where did you get that? And I was like, I guess, I don't know, Get Good.
Get Good.
Because mine has the really cool, nice, like flat, wide sweatshirt strings and post wash, still soft. Didn't do that thing where the sweatshirts like ball up on the inside. So I don't get sponsored, but I will say those sweatshirts are bomb.
Nice.
Well, I mean, you are sponsoring our own merch. So like you should be shelling this out.
It's true. If you'd like to get the drip like I have, I got the light gray Heather sweatshirt with the hot pink Nuvi Mite logo on the front. It looks great.
Hell yeah. Gang, gang.
It's a good one. All right. Well,
Devin, is there anything you want to plug for yourself? No, outside of this podcast?
I really don't.
I'm good, actually.
I'm just a normal guy right now trying to do my little bridge startup. Once I get things going and I start like stopping travelers and giving them like 3 chances to answer my riddles, I'll probably get some social media presence going to promote like, everything around the bridge.
Yeah.
But right now it's just me trying to get settled, figure out my environment. Lots of raccoons. I think that's pretty much it for me. I think I will be adopting my own Apple rat and naming him Kevin, kind of like an off-brand version of myself, Devin. So that's where you can find us. under the bridge somewhere. I hope to see you soon.
Just like the bridge.
It's the bridge.
Yeah.
Capital T, capital B.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Cool.
Hey, today at time of recording, it's the first day of May.
It is.
You know what the M in May stands for? My birthday, because by the time you listen to this, it would have passed by probably 2 to 3 weeks. We might even be in June by then.
Everybody, a lot of people don't know this, but Justin is turning 41 this year.
Yeah.
Hey, good for you, buddy.
Welcome to the big leagues.
My knees are still going for now. We're defying the odds.
You don't look a day over 39.